Hawks 110-108. The Hornets with a season-high 65 points in the second half. Here's how it ended. Hawks had a chance to tie it, but Moses Malone not able to hit. And that was it as Earl Curidan came away with the rebound, able to protect, and time ran out. A look at some of the better clubs the Hornets have knocked off, including the Knicks, and they beat the 76ers twice, once in overtime.
A lot of close games there, too. The Hornets are winning more close games than any other team in the league. 2-point games, they've won 4 out of 5. Marv, to set the stage also, the last time the Knicks were here, they came off a 2-point loss the night before in Chicago, and a 2-point loss 2 nights before that to Atlanta. So they were pretty tired, and they were in a down spell. I have a feeling they're going to play angry tonight to make up for that.
Hornets control the tip. Here's Tripucka. Chapman guarded by Tucker. Chapman off the pick, feeds Rambis. Ewing on the rejection. So the Knicks now to the front court for the first time, and Tucker fires. Rebounded by Tripucka. Charlotte comes in with a record of 13-35. The Knicks 32-16. The Knicks gunning for their 6th in a row, and the Knicks 5 games in front of the Philadelphia 76ers, who are in action tonight. Here is Holton, the baseline feed, good break, and the foul drawn by Curidan.
Well, when a guard penetrates, the problems begin, because he either takes the shot, or if he's picked up, as Holton was, he dishes it off. And when you got a 6'10 man or a 6'9 man like Curidan there, so close to the basket, you're going to get hurt.
Earl Curidan, a very poor free throw shooter. He's just under 60%. Wow. Well, we will see John go at it blindfolded as Newman gets in, but not able to hit. And it will be Charlotte ball. We will see the end result of that boost by John on tomorrow night's telecast when the Knicks play the Cavaliers in Richfield, a game that will be seen on the Madison Square Garden Network. John will be put to the test. Chapman. Rex Chapman providing the Hornets with a 2-0 lead.
Chapman has been starting the last 10 games, averaging 15 a game.
Traveling violation on Ewing, so Charlotte will get it back. A backcourt of Holton and Chapman up front, Tripucka, Curidan, and Rambis.
This franchise has invested a lot of money in Chapman, and they wanted to get him in the starting lineup to get as much experience as possible as they look down the road. For that reason, Reed is coming off the bench and doing a fine job, too.
Here's Holton. Recovered by Curidan, feeding Rambis, and Oakley rebounds.
Boy, is this crowd electric.
Oakley, yes. So the game is tied at 2 with 2 minutes gone by. And Holton calling out a play as he sets it against Jackson. Just underway in Charlotte, North Carolina. Chapman with the step. That's a 3-point field goal. So the Knicks take a 5-4 lead. Johnny Newman, who earlier, back in December, had a 19-point game against Charlotte. Tripucka and Rambis in traffic. Call for the travel.
Boy, that last basket by the Hornets, looking at Chapman go up in the air, I have to think he someday will be a slam dunk contender. He was way up in the air on that one-hander.
Jackson from 3. Nice pass off the dribble by Rex Chapman. Rambis. And Jackson starts back. Nice feed from Newman. And a tip home by Oakley.
That was difficult. Full arm extension, had a long way to control that basketball, and he did.
The Knicks with a 7-4 lead. Newman on the steal. And Johnny Newman doing a Kenny Walker impersonation, and that leads to a 20-second timeout called by Dick Harder, who's upset with Michael Holton off that last pass that was picked off by Johnny Newman.
Well, your point guard has to protect that basketball. He cannot cough it up that way. The Knicks are on their toes. You can see that early. Holden coming up court, throwing that bounce pass, didn't have enough on it. And the Knicks are thinking defense, that's clear. And Johnny Newman, however, on this move is thinking style. And Newman, moments ago, went right around Kelly Tripucka, got it inside to Mark Jackson, and Oakley finished that play with a sensational tip.
Now the Knicks go to some pressure. Here's Holton, met by Jackson, beating Tripucka. And Ewing is challenging every shot, which means as this game progresses, things will get more and more difficult for the Charlotte Hornets. Knicks 9, Hornets 6. Newman posting. Rambis batting it away. Rambis. And that's a goaltend. So the basket counts. And the Hornets now trail 9-8.
The Hornets are pushing the ball up court successfully.
I'll go out and show the public that I am back, that I'm not an injury-prone individual, and that my game has not deteriorated in the 2-year ordeal I've had with my right leg. Believe it or not, I feel as though that my game has improved because I've been analyzing the game from a spectator's point of view. There are numerous times when I get a chance to go home and get to a room and fantasize about exactly what's going to take place when I get out on the court. I try to block out that November 5th game against the Dallas Mavericks when my leg all but shattered into pieces, but I personally feel as though once you're out there, that competitiveness comes out of you, and you forget all about the bad times, and you start seeing yourself dunking, shooting a jump shot, blocking a shot, throwing a baseball pass to the length of the court, and you visualize all the good things. And I just feel very optimistic about my future. I'm 27 years old, and I feel as though my better years are ahead of me.
Happy to be with this. He was also visited by the kissing bandit, I noticed.
In fact, he wore Morgana's lipstick. Did not, as Chapman was able to put it away, did not wash the right side of his face after getting that kiss in the Legends game. Oakley, and rebounded by Newman.
Knicks are staying with the outside game.
Tucker able to save it. Game tied at 10. 5 minutes in. 5 on the shot clock. Newman on a recovery. Good hustle by Oakley, but he's blocked. He felt he was fouled.
Good block by Rambis.
The officials, Jeff Kersey, Bennett Salvatore, Eddie T. Rush. Here's Jackson. Rebound Ewing. And it's Newman. Then Oakley. And here come the Hornets. The game is tied at 10. 6.5 to go, first quarter. Chapman tried to peg it with the left hand, but deflected out by the Knicks.
Boy, the importance of a deflection. Saved the basket. That was Jackson. Hornets are really spreading out the offense with Holton out high.
And Holton calling out the play. They're down to 8 on the 24. Cured it. Stopped by Ewing.
Ewing unhappy he didn't control that. Turned out to be an easy block.
And the Hornets have 5 seconds to attempt the field goal. Pick and roll. Beautifully executed as Rambis has given the Hornets a 12-10 lead. The double team on Ewing, who gets it back. Nice play. Foul called. Oakley will go to the line. Curidan felt he got all ball, but he's hit with a second personal.
When you see a player react like that, you just got to believe him. I do. Looked like a great block by this guy. How quickly the Hornets are double teaming Ewing. The Knicks reacted well on that, though. The ball moved around to the open man.
Knicks are down by 1. 6 minutes to go, first quarter. Oakley. Yes, nice move by Charles Oakley.
Under pressure.
Knicks 13, Charlotte 12. Light pressure from the Knicks. Kempton couldn't handle it. Here's Oakley. Another beautiful move by Oakley, who went right and then cut to the left.
Dipsy Doodle. I wondered if he knew what he was doing in the middle of that move. Obviously, he did.
And Oakley has 9 points. A look-away pass by Kempton. Deflected. Earl Curidan just had his leg wrapped after sitting down following that second foul call. Kempton. Good box out by Rambis.
He's tough.
Knicks by 1, 15-14. And Ewing able to deliver to Jackson, taking advantage.
Will take it home from the easy two. That was the type of plays that was able to keep them in this basketball game, and they need a lot more of that in the second half if they expect to come.
Ewing so active here in the first quarter. Here's Michael Holton, and the Knicks look to run. Hornets get back. Jackson pushes it out. Tucker from 3. Yes. Trent Tucker 0 for 4 from three-point range. In Atlanta on Wednesday night has connected the Knicks with their second three-point bomb in this first quarter. 6-point Knick lead. Rambis.
All night long, the defense will say to that. Let Rambis shoot jump shots.
Oakley from Jackson. Oakley on the funnel, stopped by Rambis. And it will be Charlotte ball.
Rambis.
Double team and lost it. Ewing with a bad pass. Here's Rambis.
Oh,
Basket
man.
counts and a foul. And Ewing shaken up.
You hate to play referee. I mean, the ref has the position. I just felt that was offensive. I wonder if we'll have the opportunity to judge that again.
Well, Ewing very upset and having words with the official, Eddie T. Rush. Came on for Patrick Ewing.
Hard to understand. Chapman, who's shooting under 40% for the season, taking a shot like that.
Yes, a rush shot, very quick release, lots of time on the 24. Here is Eddie Wilkins. Not a good shot. Chapman came away with it. Kenny Walker has come on for the first time, fresh off his success on Saturday in Houston and taking the $20,000 first prize in the slam dunk contest. And we'll be talking about it with Kenny at halftime. Robert Reed with his first field goal attempt.
Oh, the play you never want to make. Oh.
Sidney Green with a save. In that situation, you let it go because there's always the chance you will throw it to the opponent right under the basket, and that is exactly what Green did. Knicks by 3. Here's Wilkins dumping it off, and Green is able to score. So the Knicks have a 20-point performance off the bench against Atlanta on Thursday, hitting on his first field goal. Strickland giving to Wilkins. Charlotte ball, says Bennett Salvatore. 45 seconds left in this first quarter. Reed changed his mind. Here's Reed. That's a three-pointer. 26. Seconds to go in the quarter. Knicks have 12 on the shot clock. Down from the bench, 10 seconds left.
Knicks will always let Strickland go. He holds it.
Draws a double team. Beautiful bullet for Wilkins. 3 seconds. Holton. After one here.
However, under the enemy basket, threw into the hands of the enemy. And that was 2 points. Fortunately for Sydney, it was early in the game. And a reminder to him never to do that again.
Tyrone Muggsy Bogues checked in for the first time. Earl Curran is back. And here comes 6'11" Dave Hoppin. Now he's being sent back. That'll be next whistle. Off the boards, Green, Walker, and Wilkins up front. Here's Gerald Wilkins. Yes. Gerald Wilkins, who came off one of his finest and most satisfying performances, doing it in his hometown and doing it right at his brother Dominique, who, it must be pointed out, did play with a bruised thumb. But Gerald had a tremendous game against the Hawks. Kelly Tripucka with his third field goal. He has 6. The Knicks by 2. And let's see what the call is. Look at Tipton. Able to recapture. Here's Bogues. And Rick Pitino is
Opportunistic basketball, the Hornets, that is. They've edged ahead of the Knicks by a point now.
We are early second quarter. Minute gone by. The Knicks in their second visit to Charlotte. Hornets winning back in December. Knicks beating Charlotte at Madison Square Garden last month. Rod Strickland, Gerald Wilkins up front. Eddie Wilkins, Sidney Green, Kenny Walker. Strickland open again. So Rod Strickland with his third bucket.
Good decisions by Gerald Wilkins giving that ball up.
Reed. Rebound Hoppin. Dave Hoppin.
Well, Ewing with 2 fouls has been on the bench for the last several minutes, but Rick Pitino feels it's ready. Time is ready for him to come back.
Wilkins, yes. Nice stutter step move by Gerald to set it up. Knicks by 1. As we seesaw, 34-33. Patrick Ewing now over at the scorer's table, and he will make his way in. Here's Bogues. Ducking down even lower.
His Bogues going nowhere.
And Reed, hit by Wilkins, will go to the line. Here comes Ewing.
Gerald Wilkins is playing for this team, a shooting guard coming off the bench. And he, like Gerald, has been doing big things.
Now it's the 6'11" Hoppin guarding Green. Kempton is on Ewing. 8 on the shot clock. Out of 5. Green with a high dribble. Was in, but blew it. Tripucka. Beautiful move by Kelly Tripucka, and the Hornets lead by 2. Ewing pushed by Kempton. 3 minutes gone by in the second quarter as Tim Kempton picks up his first. Rick Pitino went over to the music has gotten louder. Here's Strickland with a spectacular shot. Game tied at 36. Rod Strickland providing instant offense. He now has 8 points. He's hit 4 for 4. And you notice there's no music being played when the home club, the Charlotte Hornets, have the ball. A 2-point lead, where Pitino said that at this point you cannot compare Rod Strickland to Mark Jackson. That's when the battle was really heating up between the two. Here comes Bogues. Reed. And Rick Pitino felt that some of the press in the New York area was overrating Strickland at that point. He also made the statement that the Knicks are not a championship ball club, and that as Strickland hit the game. 9%. We'll get a complete look in a moment as this third quarter gets underway. Oakley off the mark, rebounded by Chapman. Michael Holton, Rex Chapman in the backcourt, Earl Curidan, Kelly Tripucka, and Kurt Rambis up front. Nice one bounce from Tripucka. Here's Newman. He has Oakley, but he takes it by himself. And the Knicks now lead at 60-55.
Ewing now with his 10th rebound, also had 5 assists in the first half. He led both teams. With the exception, Tyrone Bugsy got 5.
Easy bucket for Rambis. 60-57. Knicks by 3. Ewing, Oakley, and Newman up front. Here is Ewing. Yes. So Patrick Ewing with 5 points, and the Knicks lead by 5. Holton off the pick. Michael Holton with his first field goal. The Knicks 62, the Hornets 59. We're just getting started in the third. Marv Albert with John Andres from Charlotte. That'll be called a leg block, so the Knicks get a new 24. Now a look at the halftime statistics. Rebounding situation with an edge to the Knicks, 23-18 overall.
Nothing dramatic there except for the Hornets' poor foul shooting, but they didn't take that many, only 8.
Ewing off the spin. Patrick Ewing overplayed and able to take advantage. Knicks lead by 5.
He did that nicely with the left hand as well. But you can see what happens when Ewing gets alone in a one-on-one situation. One-on-one is essentially alone for him.
Kelly Tripucka now has 16. The Knicks lead is 3. And a 22nd timeout. Of salary cap problems, the Knicks would be able to work it out. All kinds of rumors still floating around, but it is still up in the air. And the foul on Rambis, his second. The Knicks are gunning for their 6th straight win. They come in 5 games in front of the Sixers. A win tonight would match their longest win streak of the season. The last time they won more than 6 in a row, they won 8 straight. That was back in March of 1983. And Jess Kersey calling it against the Knicks. He called a discontinuous. And the basket counts. The ruling that it was batted out from underneath.
Boy, this man has special legs. Chapman just jumps above the defense. Oakley on the overplay. Chapman backdoor. He's way up in the air.
And Oakley knocked it back out. And Johnny Newman able to answer. Been an excellent night for Newman. So the Knicks by 3, 66-63. Oakley is outside with Chapman. Holton. And Rambis rebounds and fouled by Oakley. We're early third quarter. Ewing on a triple team. And it will be Nick Ball. The Knicks 12-15 on the road. Their most road victories since back in 83-84 when they went 18-13. They have won 2 straight on the road. Victories in Indiana and Atlanta. Tucker with a 3-pointer. Wilkins. Yes. The Knicks 71 and the Hornets 65. And that matches the biggest lead of the game for the Knicks. Tucker playing Tripucka. And Tucker with the steal. What a move by Jackson on Holton. And then he feeds Ewing. Oh, a spectacular play. Here comes Holt. Tucker looking to break it up. He did.
Take a look at this beautiful pass by Jackson, and Ewing running right alongside of him. But then Rambis pulls an Oakley and pushes it up court quickly. Another look at the same basket here with Ewing. No question about that one. Getting that too. Michael Holt gets the ball to the man who he wants to have handle it in the middle of the court, and Mark Jackson spots Gerald Wilkins working out of the corner. He hits that too, so the Knicks in their offensive transition are looking sharp.
Earl Curidan hitting on his first. So Curidan is now 1 for 4 from the line. He's as we mentioned earlier, a very poor free throw shooter at 59%. 75-68. Knicks with the lead. Oakley. Yes. Oakley from deep. His 7th field goal. He has 16. And the Knicks by 9.
That's an uncharacteristic Charles Oakley shot. That was a shooting touch of a number 2 shooting guard.
Chapman is being played very well. Here's Rambis. And Kurt Rambis shooting the ball very well. He has 15. Wilkins, that's 2-point range, just within the 2-point field goal range.
Gerald has not been sitting around the last 5 days, Marv. It appears he's been working on his game. He is in the groove.
And he comes off the strong outing back in his hometown of Atlanta. 8 points for Wilkins. Knicks by 9, 79-70, playing well now. 6 minutes left in the third. Ewing got a piece of it. And here comes Ewing with Chapman back. Wilkins whipping right by Chapman, and the Knicks now by 11. And Dick Carter wants to talk it over. Timeout called by Charlotte.
Very short on that shot. Oakley with the quick pitch out. Ewing gives it up wisely, and Gerald Wilkins has perhaps his easiest 2 of the night. The Knicks are stretching this lead now. They're starting to really roll here.
Knicks shooting exceptionally well. 11 for 13 from the floor in the third. They're in the midst of a 15-5 run, and they lead by 11. Their biggest lead of the game. 5.5 remaining in the third. Ewing on the steal, and he's fouled by Holton. He was shoved aside. It's a loose ball foul.
Ewing did not accept the hand of Holton to help him
No,
out.
it's the other way. It's called on Ewing. And he's hit with a technical.
Oh, that's unbelievable.
Item 73, 5:15 remaining in the third. Eddie Wilkins. And rebounded by Chapman. Rambis. And Gerald Wilkins comes away with it.
Way up there with Curran winning the battle.
Tucker from 3. Yes! That's 3 3-point field goals for Trent Tucker. And the Knicks have hit 4 out of 8 from downtown. Curidan very close to that midcourt line. Chapman. Nice move. And the Knicks now lead 84-75.
Hard to imagine him as a college junior this year, which is what he would have been. Boy, would he dominate in the college game.
Rex Chapman, the rookie from Kentucky, has 13. Wilkins, rebounded by Rambis. Here's Tripucka. Oakley posting Curidan. Wilkins on the rebound. Eddie Lee Wilkins going glass, and the Knicks by 11. 86-75, 6 points for Wilkins.
Wilkins did 2 big things on that play. Got the ball under a lot of pressure and made a sensational, difficult shot.
And Jess Kersey calling a by the Charlotte Hornets. Strickland firing one. Minutes left in the third. And the foul called on Chapman. Only the second team foul for the Hornets.
Tripucka really hitting those foul shots. 8 for 8 tonight. Came in tonight as the 17th best in the NBA at the line.
17th best?
Yes, that's what it says here. He's over 87% now.
Well, that's a stat you want to really work around. He's a good foul shooter, 17th best. It will be Charlotte ball. 6-81. The Knicks 88, the Hornets 81. So Gerald Wilkins with 12 points and again providing a lift off the bench.
Reminds me of the Atlanta game. It seemed like Gerald had over 30. Tonight it seems like he has a lot more than 12. They're all big baskets.
Tripucka draws the foul. Johnny Play to get it back. It's a 4-on-1. Here's Strickland. And he's fouled by Reed. It appeared that Kempton discontinued twice to the NBA. Knicks 92, Hornets 84 as we come up on 1 minute left in the third quarter. Newman with the step. Eddie Wilkins on the recovery. Yes, and it counts. Backcourt, Sidney Green, Eddie Wilkins, Johnny Newman up front. Green trying to feed Eddie Wilkins.
How about Eddie Wilkins? 11 points, 6 rebounds.
7. 10 on the shot clock. Ewing has checked back in. 3 on the 24. Down to 2. Down to 1. So Wilkins had to force it. And here comes Bode. For Reed. The Knicks lead is 5. 97-92. Oakley from deep. Bad shot. Wilkins with the save. Ewing. Strickland keeping it alive. Nice pass for Wilkins. And the Knicks now lead 99-92.
What a tough shot Gerald Wilkins made. This crowd has come to the rescue of the Hornets once again.
Loudest crowd in the NBA. And they are a major factor. Chapman through a brick. Last touch. Who fired? Nice back tap by Strickland. It has been an excellent game for Rod Strickland. Oakley, yes.
Boy, he's doing a record.
3-94. 3.5 gone by in the fourth. Newman. Newman had to be careful, did not want to come back into play. Bode stopped by Wilkins. Grab his back. Wilkins on a pull-up. And Ewing held. Spectacular reverse.
With the spin on the ball. How did he do that? The right spin. Very difficult.
11 points for Patrick Ewing. And Charlotte calls for a timeout. 8:08 remaining in the game. The Knicks 105, the Hornets 94.
Gerald Wilkins with the missed jump shot, but Ewing in there strong and then up with a very difficult execution at a very important time in this game.
Down to 8 minutes remaining fourth quarter. The Knicks by 11. Reed off the mark. Kempton able to chase it down. Lost the dribble. So the Knicks now back to 4 of their starters along with Gerald Wilkins. Oakley tried the spin, and it's Wilkins right there. So Gerald Wilkins with 16, and the Knicks now lead 107-94. Chapman again. And it will be Nick Ball. Foul is called, loose ball foul on Kempton.
Reaching over. Kempton reaching over the defense, drew his fifth.
And now here is Earl Curidan. We speculated that it bothered by a leg problem. But Curidan now up front with Rambis and Reed. Ewing foul by Rambis. That's the three.
But he lost his touch down in Houston.
Knicks 108. And the Charlotte Hornets 94. Just under 7 minutes left in the game. Chapman. Gorgeous quick release by Rex Chapman.
Well, I've never seen a jump shot go in and leave someone's hand so effectively.
Knicks by 12, 108-96. Here's Jackson posting. Holmes knocked it away. Jackson recovered. 6 points for Mark Jackson. He took a shot in the right eye as he followed through. Jackson squinting as he checks out Bogues. But he's all right.
Jackson allowed to float off there. Bogues not an outside threat at all.
Chapman lost it on the recovery. 110-98. Knicks by 12. The play by Curidan. Chapman lost it off the spin. Curidan has it. Chapman slow to get up. Looks like he hurt his right hip and is walking it off. Yes, he's hurt. 3 on the shot clock. There's Chapman. Foul.
So,
I do.
is he good? Son is
Yes, no, I would say
gonna have more trophies, right?
so-so. ABA player. Tucker giving the Knicks a 110-100 lead.
How big was he? What were his strengths?
I don't remember that, Jim. Jackson behind the back to Tucker. And the Knicks lead by 14, 114-100. Just under 5 minutes remaining in the game. Chapman. Curidan keeps it alive. Here's Tripucka. 27 for Kelly Tripucka, who was 8 for 14 from the field. The Knicks by 12, 114-102.
Trying to isolate Bogues again with Mark Jackson.
Gives it back, Ewing. And the Knicks now lead 116-102.
Ewing on the receiving end of a cut from the big man. In this case, it was Mark Jackson playing the role of the center.
And the Knicks have done very well at the center position this evening. Curidan is fouled. The combination of Ewing and Eddie Wilkins, with Ewing scoring 14, along with 13 rebounds, and Eddie Wilkins has 11 points.
Ewing getting the nice pass on the Knicks' last basket from Mark Jackson. The Knicks very selectively using Jackson's out.
Jackson will not go, and Jackson will go to the line.
Was last time here. 10 for 20, that number stuck out.
Rambis called for his 4th foul. Patrick Ewing making his return. And Sidney Green will go to the line. The Knicks lead by 12.
Nobody leaving. 3:20 to go, and the fans just hanging in. Oh, I see a few empty seats. Not many, though.
Newman around Tripucka. Johnny Newman has had an outstanding game. 20 points for Newman. Just under 3 minutes remaining. 4th quarter. Tripucka He had very little room to operate. 121, 109 with 2:45 left. 29 points for Kelly Tripucka. He's the high man. Ewing thought he was fouled. Sheridan. It is down to a 10-point lead, 121, 111. With 2:15 remaining in the game. Green posting, Sheridan. Oh, beautiful move by Sidney Green.
Gone to the basket well tonight. That was a left-handed delivery.
8 points for Green. 123, 111. Knicks with the lead with 1:50 to go in the ball game. Rambis. That's a goaltend. So the basket counts. 17 points for Kurt Rambis.
Patrick Ewing with a shot block, but off the mark as far as the timing.
A minute 40 left in the game. They trap Jackson. Now Tucker, bothered by Tripucka. Newman. And he thought he was fouled. There was contact, no call. 125, 113 the score. Three-point attempt. And it will be Nick Ball. Went over the backboard.
Johnny Newman over 20 points now. The Knicks' third leading scorer.
Well, there's Carl Shear, the vice president, general manager of the Charlotte Hornets. Not as pleased as we saw him right at the start of our broadcast. A clip from the last time the Knicks played the Hornets here in Charlotte. But the Knicks took this one over late second quarter. They led by 3 at the half. Another nice move for Gerald Wilkins, who has 18 points. 127, 113. The Knicks putting it away with under a minute left in the game. Tripucka will go to the line. Ewing picked up his 5th. So Ewing with 14 points, 13 rebounds. It's 6 of 10 from the field. And Eddie Wilkins, good job off the bench. He scored 11. 127, 115. The Knicks by 12. Kelly Tripucka has 31 points. Jess Kersey stopping play. Jackson stopped by Holton. 5 on the shot clock. Jackson from 3. Thought he had it. It was right on target. Did not take the proper hop. 27 seconds remaining. And Rick Pitino very happy to come out of this one with the W.
Seems he's had more uncomfortable moments in this game, though, than he's had happy moments.
Sheridan on the follow. It's a 10-point Knick lead. Down to 15 seconds. Knicks just wasting some time down. 5 seconds. And a foul call with 1 second remaining.
That have been winners for the Knicks. With this man off the bench.
Only 1 second remaining. The Knicks 129, the Hornets 117, and the Knicks go to 33 and 16.